I'm 91 years old, and if I'm being honest with you, I shouldn't be here. Most of the men I grew up with in Newark are gone. My younger brother didn't make it past 68. My best friend from the Navy collapsed at 74. My cousin, who I played stickball with every summer, died at 71. And every single one of them ignored the same warnings I'm about to give you. So before you scroll past this, let me ask you something. How old are you right now? And where are you watching this from? Drop your age and your city or state in the comments below. I want to know who's listening. Because what I'm about to tell you isn't theory, it's survival. It's what separated me from all the men I loved who are now 6 feet under. If you skip this video, you're making the same mistake that cost my brother 16 years he'll never get back. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here because I watched strong men crumble, and every single one of them said the same thing at the end. I thought I had more time. You don't. And the habits you think are harmless right now are quietly deciding whether you see 70, 80, or if you're lucky like me, 91. This isn't about adding years to your life. It's about not cutting them short because you refuse to believe that what you do at 40 determines what you become at 90. I believed I was invincible too. I believed my body would warn me before it was too late. I was wrong. And if you don't quit the habits I'm about to name, you'll be sitting where I am one day, wondering why you didn't listen when someone who made it this far tried to tell you the truth. The men I knew who didn't make it, they all thought they had another decade to change. They thought 60 was young. They thought 70 was the new 50. They thought right up until the moment their bodies gave them an answer they couldn't argue with. I was born in 1935, right in the middle of the Depression. My father worked the docks in Jersey, and my mother cleaned houses 6 days a week. We didn't have much, but we had grit. I learned early that you pushed through pain, you didn't complain, and you kept moving no matter what. That mentality carried me through Korea in '53, through 32 years at the post office, through raising 4 kids with my wife Eleanor, in a 3-bedroom house we bought in '62 for $11,000. Back then, that felt like a fortune. I remember signing those papers thinking I'd made it. I thought being tough meant ignoring your body. I thought real men didn't go to doctors unless something was broken or bleeding. I smoked from age 16 to 54, not because I loved it, but because everyone did. We smoked in the break room, in the truck, after dinner, in the backyard while the kids played. It was just what you did. Nobody talked about lung cancer. Nobody talked about heart disease. You just smoked and figured you'd deal with it later. I drank beer every night, not to get drunk, just to unwind. 3, 4, sometimes 5 cans while watching the Mets lose another game. I ate whatever Eleanor put on the table, and she cooked the way our mothers did. Meat, potatoes, butter, gravy, salt on everything. Pork chops on Monday, meatloaf on Wednesday, pot roast on Sunday. I never thought about it. Food was fuel. You ate to work, and you worked to eat. Exercise was for athletes. I went to work. I came home. I sat in my chair. That was life. That was normal. That was what every man I knew did. Then came July of 1989. I was 54 years old. I just finished my route, came home, sat down in the living room, and felt this tightness in my chest I'd never felt before. It wasn't sharp, it was just heavy, like someone was pressing down on my sternum with both hands. I told myself it was heartburn. I'd had a sausage sandwich for lunch from that deli on Market Street. But Eleanor took one look at my face and said, "We're going to the hospital." I tried to wave her off. I said I was fine. I said I just needed to lie down, but she wasn't having it. She grabbed her purse and the car keys and said, "Get in the car right now or I'm calling an ambulance." 20 minutes later, I was in the ER at St. Barnabas, and a doctor who looked about 12 years old told me I'd had a minor heart attack. Minor. He said it like it was no big deal, like I'd stubbed my toe. But then he said, "If you don't change everything, the next one won't be minor." He told me my cholesterol was over 300. My blood pressure was 160 over 110. He said I had the arteries of a 70-year-old man. And when he asked how much I smoked, I lied and said a pack a day. It was closer to 2, maybe more on bad days. That night, lying in that hospital bed with an IV in my arm and monitors beeping every few seconds, I made myself a promise. I was going to quit smoking. I was going to eat better. I was going to take care of myself. I was going to be around to see my kids grow up and meet my grandkids. And for about 6 months I did. I really did. But here's the thing nobody tells you. Changing is hard, but staying changed is harder. By early 1990, I was sneaking cigarettes again. I told myself just one after dinner wouldn't hurt. Then it was 2. Then it was half a pack. Then I stopped counting. Eleanor knew, but she stopped saying anything because I'd just get defensive. I'd say she was nagging. I'd say I had it under control. I'd say a lot of things that weren't true. The diet lasted a little longer, but eventually I went back to my old ways. I convinced myself the doctor was overreacting. I felt fine. I was back at work. I was functional. The heart attack was a fluke. A warning shot, sure, but I'd gotten the message. Except I hadn't. What I didn't understand then, what I couldn't see, was that every cigarette, every greasy meal, every night I chose the couch over a walk around the block, I was making a choice. I was deciding that comfort today mattered more than being alive tomorrow. And the scariest part? It didn't feel like a decision. It felt like nothing. Just life. Just routine. Just what I'd always done. The real damage doesn't announce itself. That's what I need you to understand. You don't wake up one day and suddenly you're sick. It happens so slowly you don't notice. I didn't notice that I was getting winded walking up the stairs. I didn't notice that I needed a nap every afternoon by 2 o'clock. I didn't notice that my ankles were swelling by the end of the day, or that I couldn't remember the last time I felt genuinely energetic. I just thought I was getting older. And maybe that's true. But getting older doesn't mean falling apart. I know that now. I didn't know it then. By the time I turned 65 in 2000, I'd had 2 more heart incidents. Not full attacks, but enough to land me back in the hospital. Enough to scare Eleanor half to death. I'd developed type 2 diabetes. My kidneys were starting to show strain. My liver wasn't great either. And my doctor, a woman this time, sat me down and said, "You're 70 years old on the inside." I was 65. She said, "You've got maybe 10, 15 good years left if you're lucky. But if you keep going like this, you won't see 75. I didn't believe her. I made it to 75. But I barely made it. And the cost was everything I thought retirement was supposed to be. My 60s were supposed to be the golden years. That's what everyone said. Retire, travel, spend time with the grandkids, finally relax after decades of work. But I was too sick. Eleanor wanted to visit our daughter in Arizona, but I couldn't fly because of my blood pressure. The doctor said the altitude change could trigger another incident. She wanted to take a cruise for our 40th anniversary, but I couldn't walk more than a block without stopping to catch my breath. I missed my grandson's high school graduation in 2006 because I was in the hospital with pneumonia. I missed my granddaughter's wedding in 2011 because my diabetes flared up and I ended up with an infection in my foot that took 3 months to heal. I was alive, but I wasn't living. I was managing. I was surviving. I was watching life happen to other people while I sat in doctors' waiting rooms and pharmacies. And the worst part, the part that still keeps me up at night even now in 2026, is that Eleanor never complained. She just stayed home with me, took care of me, managed my pills, drove me to appointments, and slowly gave up on all the things she'd been looking forward to her entire life. She died in 2014. She was 76. We'd been married 52 years. And I wonder all the time how much longer she would have lived if she hadn't spent those years managing my decline. If we'd traveled, if we'd walked on beaches, if we'd done all the things we said we'd do someday. If I'd been healthy enough to give her the life she deserved after raising 4 kids and working part-time for 30 years just to help me make ends meet. I stole that from her, not intentionally, but I did. Here's the truth nobody wants to say out loud. Your bad habits don't just hurt you. They hurt everyone who loves you. They turn you into a burden. They steal time, energy, joy, and possibility from the people who would do anything for you. And by the time you realize it, it's too late to get those years back. You can't unsmoke 30 years of cigarettes. You can't undo decades of poor eating. You can't reverse the damage of sitting on a couch for 40 years. Your body keeps score, and eventually the bill comes due. I'm 91 now, and I'm one of the lucky ones. But luck isn't the right word. I'm here because modern medicine kept patching me up. Stents, medications, surgeries, procedures. I've had my chest cracked open. I've had things inserted into my arteries. I take 14 pills a day just to stay functional. I have prescriptions that cost more than my mortgage used to. But I'm not here because I'm healthy. I'm here because doctors figured out how to keep broken men like me breathing a little longer. And let me tell you something. Surviving is not the same as thriving. So let me ask you some questions. And I want you to be honest with yourself. How many times this week did you choose convenience over your health? How many meals did you eat that you knew were garbage, but you ate them anyway because you were tired or stressed or just didn't care? How many times did you tell yourself you'd start exercising tomorrow, and then tomorrow came and you found an excuse? When was the last time you went to the doctor for a checkup, not because something was wrong, but just to make sure you were okay? How many cigarettes, drinks, late nights, skipped workouts, and bad decisions do you think your body can absorb before it starts to break down? And here's the hardest one. If you keep living exactly the way you're living right now, do you honestly believe you'll make it to 90, or 80, or even 75? Because I'm telling you from experience, the window closes faster than you think. I sit in my apartment now, the same one I moved into after Eleanor passed, and I think about all the years I wasted believing I had time. I thought I'd quit smoking when I retired. I thought I'd lose weight when I had more free time. I thought I'd take my health seriously when it became a problem. But that's not how it works. By the time it's a problem, it's too late to prevent it. You can only manage it. And managing a broken body is exhausting, expensive, and lonely. If I could go back to 1989 and talk to that 54-year-old man lying in the hospital bed, I'd grab him by the shoulders and say this: the next 40 years of your life depend on what you do right now. Quit the cigarettes and never look back. Change how you eat. Move your body every day. Thank you for watching. If this hit home, hit that like button and subscribe. Drop your age and location in the comments.